The Hamas attack on Israel on Saturday is just the latest in 75 years of animosity between Israel and the Palestinians. In 1947, after World War II, with so many Jews dispersed around the world, the UN began the process to divide the region into Arab and Jewish states. The State of Israel was created the very next year, and conflict followed shortly thereafter. Manisa Donabalan joining us live with more on the history. Manisa.
Hey, Matt. The first Arab-Israeli war started back in 1948, and it resulted in 750,000 Palestinians being displaced. But Israelis say they called the region home centuries ago and pointed out that they were first pushed out.
Palestine, an important region for Jews, Christians, and Muslims, was under British rule from the end of the First World War to 1948.
When the British assumed control of Palestine, the country had a 90% Arab majority and a 10% Jewish minority, Arabs being overwhelmingly Muslims, but also some Christians in there. British issued the Balfour Declaration, which said that the British government would support the establishment of a Jewish national home in Palestine. So under British rule, Jewish immigration was facilitated so that by the end of World War II, the country was 2/3 Arab and 1/3 Jewish.
That's when tensions began, sparking the first Arab-Israeli war.
The Arabs of Palestine said, wait, we never agreed to any of this in the first place. We never agreed that the British could say that they wanted to establish a Jewish national home here. We certainly don't agree that you could take more than half of our country and give it to 1/3 of the population.
Israel won that war, resulting in hundreds of thousands of Palestinians who became refugees, and the biggest concentration of those refugees settled in what is now the Gaza Strip.
Palestinians were pushed out, were depopulated in many instances, and over 400 villages, Palestinian villages, were destroyed in 1948.
Now there are more than 2 million Palestinians living in the Gaza Strip, which has been under the rule of the semi-autonomous Palestinian Authority since 1993.
In 2006, there were what by all observers agree, free and fair elections to the Palestinian Legislative Council. Hamas won a majority. That was not expected, but they won a majority, free and fair. Israel rejected that because they said Hamas doesn't support the Oslo process. The United States and the European Union likewise rejected the outcome of the election.
Shortly thereafter, Israel attempted to isolate Hamas by declaring a siege on the Gaza Strip and support the longtime majority party, Fatah, which is the dominant party in the West Bank.
So Israel tried to split the Gaza Strip away from the West Bank, impose a siege since 2007 on the territory, limit the amount of water, the electricity, the fuel, food, limit the extent to which people from Gaza can export their agricultural produce. It has already been declared unlivable by the United Nations and by various humanitarian organizations. And it's an open-air prison for over a decade and a half now.